So today we're going to talk about the peoples that have had a huge impact on the spirituality of the Atlantic African diaspora. The region of the Ga-Adangme, Fan, Adja, Ewe, and Yoruba peoples. Home to singer Angelique Kidjo and actor Jimon Hounsou. Most of this region stretched from today's Accra, Ghana, covered the southern areas of Lake Volta, Togo, and Benin, and stopped in the area known as southwestern Nigeria. This region was heavily influenced by the Yoruba migrations to Ile Ife and beyond after 500 BC. Hence why a lot of the region had a lot in common when it came down to spirituality, as seen through Ifa of the Yoruba, and the Fa or Afa divination of the Fan, Adja, and Ewe. This religion had very close connections to Vodun, as the two religions have many of the same gods and spirits. In addition to religion, they also shared similar government structure, due to intermarriage, migrations, and the sort. The hallmark of this is a contrapuntal paramountcy system, where the indigenous people always served as the earth priests and had rights to the land, and stranger monarchies were allowed to rule on said land, at least on paper. This was the main type of government for centralized states, from the small kind to large empires, and the faithless Yoruba and Guan-related peoples in central Togo. Around the 1580s, Europeans started to arrive on the coast, specifically the Portuguese. The first major polity that they encountered was Alada, which was steadily growing powerful and was trying to get out of the chokehold that the Benin Kingdom and the Yol Empire had on them. The Portuguese only wanted male slaves that nearby Benin wasn't providing. So they funneled most of those slaves through their vassal Hueda. But this state quickly caught on to the game and wanted to keep the profits gained from the trade to themselves completely, as the price for enslaved people had risen 200% due to other European nations other than the Portuguese coming to fill their labor quotas, thanks to the sugar plantation boom. And so they began to rebel against Alada. This led to intense warfare from the 1680s to the 1720s, and resulted in many people being sent to the sugar colonies in the west. Hence how the region famously got its name the Slave Coast. The aftermath of these wars would change the landscape of the area forever, thanks to the fact that neither Alada or Weda came out of the war as victors. The victor after 1727 was the state of Dahomey, one of the many mercenary nations that assisted both states. This victory gave them access to the coast, and gave them further reason to raid and pillage, with people like the nearby Mai, Crumbling Oyo, and other Yoruba polities being victims, from the 1780s onwards, going to nations like Cuba, Brazil, Haiti, and other parts of the French Caribbean.